Believe it or not, this is a free campsite in Emerald. It's actually a botanical gardens. Totally free for up to 24 hours, or it might be 48 hours even. I think it's 24, and you're only allowed to stay like one night every 4 weeks, which makes sense because you can totally just chill here. There's even water, like there's even a little river there. I was getting so sooky like driving out here though. Like the last place that I really loved was Dar River, Darr, if you want to maps that and see how far I drove. There's 2 other camping spots that I saw on the map, but by the time I would have been getting there, it would have been the middle of the day, and I was just so cooked, so hot. I just wanted to go somewhere air conditioned and drink a cold drink. So that's pretty much what I did when I got to Emerald. Just went straight for the aircon, and yeah, feeling pretty cooked. Yesterday was a big day too, like a big full day, lots of exercise and activity and doing stuff, lots of heat. So a really big day of like heaps of physical stuff, but followed by a really big day of driving. And that's pretty much my only 2 options for a day. Like I'm either driving heaps or doing heaps of stuff, and I'm probably getting a bit worn out at this point. So this is like real nice. Just like a big like lush green garden. Yeah. And there's like those little like community gym equipment pieces everywhere, so you can exercise. It's just nice. It's nice that you can camp here. It's probably like needed because there's so much nothing leading up to this. This would be a massive relief for so many people to like finally emerge in the Emerald Botanical Gardens. Yeah, getting worn out, but this is like a warm-up run to see what it's like to actually travel around the country and work with people. And this weekend and next weekend, I will be dropping in on some people and doing some stuff with them. So it's my little practice run to see if I can keep myself occupied in between, like camping and finding cool spots to check out, and if I can just show up in a new place with new people and do some really cool stuff, and then on to the next thing. Like, can I actually embody this lifestyle that I've imagined for myself? And yeah, like it's just a little warm up, little practice run. We'll film some stuff together. Both of them are keen to film, take photos. It's always better to like check out a place with somebody who lives there and they know what's actually around. So I'll probably have like some of the best days of the whole trip, like next weekend and this weekend coming. So I'm pretty excited for that. Have a lot more stories, a lot more to report, a lot more to capture in the present moment while we're having those experiences. Be able to actually hang out with some humans and tell them about what's been going on with me, like more deeply than like a 10-minute journal, and like have like a back and forth engagement, not just talking into a lens. Yeah, just share and connect. Yeah, this is just magnificent. Like, this is what I needed. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. That I started to get that feeling again of like, what are you actually doing, man? Like, it's a thing that just keeps coming back when I'm on the road like this, like just recording myself, and like, yeah, there's no evidence that this is actually worth, like this time that I'm spending is worth anything, or if there's like, if it's like, worth doing. that's kind of the point as well. It's like, just be a person and live your life, and yeah, like connect to yourself. It doesn't have to have a result. It doesn't have to create a product. Like, even though I am with journals and documenting things, meeting people and that. I don't know, I'm really still, like, this whole trip, just like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what am I actually gonna do? Like, as a coherent, I'm obviously always gonna be doing something, but I really want some structure, and like I want a solid sense of like what's going on with me. I've got all these pieces, I've got all these things that I can do, but they're just not integrated. They're getting integrated, like that. Like I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And then I'm like, well, I'm figuring that out, and I'm taking steps, and I'm doing stuff. It just doesn't happen daily. Like, you don't just like solve all your problems in a day. They're not even really problems. It's just like, problems is the best word for it. It's just like, it's not a problem. It's just, what do you want to create, and how are you going to create it? Yeah. Because I just finished the website with Ash, and that was a really big step for me to like sort of narrow down somewhat what I'm doing. And then, through the process of making the website, it's kailives.com, by the way. If you don't know that, I don't know why, because it's like all over everything. But yeah, when we were doing that, I had to really think about like all of what I was doing, like the videos, and like figure out like how it's all going to work, all my social media, like my business side of things. I actually had to be serious about business, and I had to set up real accounts and like tax stuff and payment systems, and like it like had to get really real, and there was like no way to like keep just like half-assing everything, like getting people to like direct deposit into my bank account or pay cash, or like I needed an invoicing system, all these things. Like, that's what I mean by like, on the one hand, I feel like I'm just like not getting anywhere. I'm just like out here wandering around talking to myself. But on the other hand, while I'm wandering around talking to myself and I'm spending all this time by myself, like I'm reshaping my life in my imagination, and then I'm actually taking the steps and reshaping my life with what I've imagined. You got to imagine it first. It is happening. It's just like this weird pendulum inside me. Like, I go have some space and like imagine, and then I come back and I just work, and then I go away and I imagine, and I just want to find some balance, like where, like maybe I can do it all at once. Like I can be imagining and creating, like as a in a like dance with myself, like imagine as I create, and like have the confidence to trust all of the things that are like forming straight from my imagination into my life, but like I really like to think things through and contemplate deeply, I guess. Even that's just like really being honest with myself in the present moment. Like, that sounds like not real. It's like, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and I should know what I'm doing by now. Like, I should know exactly how to do this. Like, it's just been so long, so much trial and error, so much study, practice, courses, learning, training. Like, you should know what to do by now. But like I keep coming back to, like, what am I doing? It's like going to be something totally unique to me. I'm creating something. What a great place to contemplate it, though. It's actually cool here, like this natural refrigeration, natural air conditioning that the trees provide. It's just, and the grass, the luscious green grass on my feet. Oh, after walking on dirt and ants, dirt with ants that constantly bite you, and no matter what you do, everywhere you stand, and surprise devil prickles that stab you in the feet that you don't see until they're in you, and like fucking the searing heat of the dirt in general in most of the day between the hours of 10 and 5. Yeah, it's a relief. That's also like, I've got to keep mindful of that as well. Like physiologically, of course I'm stressed out. Physiologically, of course I'm like worn, like, and my mental and emotional state is strained, and I'm like all those negative emotions are going to come up, like doubt and fear and uncertainty, because like I'm pushing my physical vehicle to the limit, having these experiences, sweating my balls out in like my car like it's a sweat lodge, like having like visionary kind of experiences and altered states of consciousness from heat stroke. Like, yeah, no shit, you're gonna have some fucking confusion. Yeah, it's okay. It's always okay. There's no rush, there's no destination. You just keep going. You keep putting one foot in front of the other, and there's nothing really to feel bad about. Why do we feel bad? Like, because we haven't accomplished something, or because we're not where we want to be, or because we're not embodying what we want to embody. We think that other people don't see us the way that we would like to be seen. Like, all of that stuff. What is that? It's like, it's not an issue. It's stuff that we made up in our head. It's helpful, it motivates us, it creates like some kind of structure for us to play with. Like, okay, so all these things are the things that I want, and I'm going to create those, but we got to avoid getting attached to like the end result as like some kind of like ideal position to be in, because you never arrive there, because you're always imagining something new. So yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at. Just trying to be like, this is cool. I'm in a beautiful botanical gardens. I get to camp here for free. So birds and trees and traffic. No, there is traffic though. It's like the actual sleeping spot is like right next to the main road, the highway. There's like all roses along here even. It's so beautiful. There's like a sports ground there. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, hopefully you can see like a bunch of the stuff around me, and you know, it's not just my face like taking over the screen kind of thing. Just taking you for a walk. Yeah. And probably like my mannerisms and stuff are a bit different after being like this for so long. It's like less of I don't know, I just feel more fluid and free, and just not caring about things like filler words, and not caring about anything really, just like letting it all tumble out. I've really like, it is a recurring thought as well, like I'm gonna get to Wi-Fi, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna start watching these through, and like the 7th one or something is gonna be like the last one that's usable, because after that it's just gonna be like me like talking to a cactus, thinking that it's the internet. They're actually, and I didn't actually use my phone at all. I'm just holding onto like a cactus, thinking that I'm filming myself. Nah, that's ridiculous. That's pushing it too far. I'm actually quite like on top of it, I reckon. I don't think that I'm going that crazy. I'm enjoying myself more than, you know, more than you would expect somebody would in such harsh circumstances. Like, it's, I don't know, you don't need much. I don't need much right now. Even like, it's this wilted rose. It's beautiful. Oh, if you could smell that. That's rich. This is like a fucking magical portal of beautiful smell. I could just walk around in circles through that arch all day, but I won't, or I won't do it on camera anyway. I think I've sort of expressed a bunch of stuff, and I'm ready to just chill out for the afternoon. Oh, there's a playground. I mean, I'm an adult. Click the like button for me, leave a comment down below if you want to, subscribe if you haven't already. Those things are really helpful for the channel to grow and reach new people. I'll see you shortly.